Alright, we're back. We are back in episode 13 of my full playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. We can hear that it's a storm outside today. We're in the middle of talking to the Sylphs. I don't think there's much more to say, so this time I'm not going to talk too much. Let's get right into it at a relaxed pace. Okay, Buscoin has reliable information about the whereabouts of the Sylphs. It's taken us a fair old while, but we finally got our hands on some reliable information concerning the whereabouts of your missing green friend. His name is Frixio, and he is the eldest among the Sylphs of the Little Solace. Long has he represented his kind in dialogue with the Gridanians. Yes, he's like a bridge between us and them. There's an abandoned dungeon called the Thousand Moors of Totorak. Here we go. Another dungeon. So he might be in there. Oh, whoa, hold your chocobos. Take a deep breath and tell us what's wrong, nice and slow. Elder One went into Totorak but has not returned. What in the seven hells was he thinking? Help Elder One now. All the efforts would be for naught if we were to lose him. So this is Ida, and that's Papalima. Go to the Thousand Moors of Totorak. Alright, time for a dungeon. Yeah, last episode we were just solving some issues that they had in Gridania because there was a trader who was supplying information to the Garleans. And the Garleans are of course one of our biggest enemies. I might turn the music up a little bit because it's very nice. Yeah, so the Garleans have established a presence in the woods, in the 12 woods. Yeah, and not only that, but we've got some hunting logs we've been doing here, and we learned about where I could start the Pugilist quest if I want to level up Monk. By order of the Elder Seedseer, the dungeon known as the Thousand Moors of Totorak has been placed under the control... What? The Sylph Elder is inside. Okay, we need a rescue party. Hopefully we'll be able to find some people relatively quickly. But since... So I could do it with NPCs, but it's more fun to do it with real players. But having said that, I'm not playing a healer or a tank, so it takes a little bit longer to find a queue. You know what I could do is I could start my Pugilist quest instead, actually. And I might do that. That'll be fun. Do my job quest, that's what I should do. Hello? Oh gods, did Lucienne send you to pester me by any chance? This is hardly her concern. If you must know, I have decided to leave the guild. Sylvain, the stickler. I mean to track down Power Mujuk. I hear there's a new job coming in Evercold as well. A new tank, so that'll be exciting. No, don't hurt him. There I was thinking you mightn't accept my kind invitation. I don't recall inviting him though. Wait, it's not his fault, it's mine. I invited him. I do recall his face. We can make an exception. No, it's not like that. I just wanted to say goodbye. Ever since I met Power, I've been at a loss. But I realize now that my place isn't at the guild with the Gridanians. They'll never accept me. This is where I belong, with my people. Carrying on our traditions, our archery, not Gridanians. As you wish. Oh, you know what we could do is we could do some crafting and gathering blue quests. We'll do crafting and gathering after we unlock Pugilist. Pugilist quest. There you go, right there. Right there. Hello. Greetings and welcome to the Pugilist Guild. We Pugilists are specialists in hand-to-hand combat. I highly recommend you add your name to our role. What do you say, friend? Yes. Decision you'll not regret, but before we proceed to the paperwork, it is essential you know of our past. Since time immemorial, man has used whatever has been at his disposal to settle disputes. In the beginning, that meant fighting with his fists. Such hand-to-hand combat exists in various forms throughout Eorzea. They date back to the bare-handed bouts at the Colosseum. Amidst the chaotic intermingling of styles, there rose a pugilist, of singular strength and skill. This woman made it her life's mission to master every form she encountered. Okay. So a lot of people flocked to Uldar to train with her, and she built the guild. Told this tale 1,000 times, but gods, it never fails to fan the flames of my fighting spirit. Haha, past time you got your A back here. Well, what did the dancer have to say about my proposition? You're not my errand boy. There's no dancer, there never was. I'm not doing anything indecent, I swear. What, you're here to enroll? Well, why didn't you say so sooner? I'd be glad to give you a primer on the art of hand-to-hand combat. Doubtless you already know this, but we pugilists fight with our fists and feet. While these don't deal as much damage as a blade, it hardly matters when you can land several blows for each swing of the sword. What we lack in destructive force? So lots of techniques. You'll also learn to string them together. Wow, he's quick. Crikey, I'm spent from all this talking. You ought to speak more, son, and give me a chance to catch my breath. But where was I? Right, joining the guild. Before you do, I must warn you that the path to the pugilist is long and arduous. Do you believe you've got what it takes to go the distance? Be honest with yourself now. Yes, I can. And I will. I believe in myself. Yes, you have the fighting spirit. I can see it in your eyes. I see no reason to deny you a place in these halls. Welcome to the guild, son. To help you on your way, I'll add some names to your hunting log. Opponents that you might hone your skills against. Here we go. Let's complete the quest and then accept this duty. Pugilist unlocked. Commence! A 1,000 Moors of Todorak. Alright, here we go. Bit nervous. My only job is to deal as much damage as I can. AoE. Who's that tank? What's this? The only buff I can do at the moment is speed buff. Wide volley. Just gotta deal as much damage as I can. We don't have many buffs yet. Getting so many mobs together. I wonder how much AoE the Bard has once you unlock all your spells. Oh, that's cool. Cast my bid for these items. Buff myself. think buffing myself and doing AoE is probably the most damage I can do. Here we go. Time for a lot of AoE. The tank's getting really low. Easy. I think dungeoning is one of my favorite parts of this game. Cutscene. An Ascian.
Darkness.
Is that a female voice? The mighty slayer of Ifrit comes now to me. With a countenance that bespeaks understanding. An intriguing power, the echo. I must needs choose my words with care.
Mayhap I might if I deign to speak in my guest crude tongue. We meet at last. I am Lahabrea of the Ascians, servant to the one true God.
I am Lahabrea of the Ascians, servant to the one true God. The one true God.
Yours is a most fantastical tale, truly absorbing. It is a tale to tell Eorzea's children before bedtime, and it will soon be dark, bringer of light.
That's who we are, the bringer of light.
The
It will soon be
dark
dark.
minions.
All that stands between this world and darkness is an irksome anomaly in the ether. The Echo. Yes, yours is a most fascinating tale. Alas, like all good tales, it must needs come to an end. But fear not.
Here, feel the presence of evil.
For the end of your tale
Presence
is
of
but the
evil.
beginning of another. The tale of the crystal's demise.
Oh. You know, he said so many interesting things just then. It sounds very important to the story. I'll get to that in a bit. They're all waiting for me. Okay, here we go. So, we just heard something very important to the story, I assume, which is that the Ascians are serving what they consider to be the one true God, and they also want to bring the destruction of Hydaelyn, clearly. Easy. Commend him. So yeah, that's another dungeon down. I think that's our 4th dungeon, or 5th dungeon at this point. But yeah, I want to dissect what we just saw in that cutscene. They serve what they consider to be the one true God. Oh, it's the Elder. He looks a bit ridiculous, but that's alright. Finally, fresh air. Mayhap not so fresh, but better than before. Ah, Sinister One is gone. This one can leave this awful place. Alpha Squad reporting, sir. Nothing of note at Larkscar, sir. All the Garleans are congregating and we can flashback with the echo. Understood. Return to Area 12. Damn it all. Where is that accursed Acon hiding? Is this the Acon? No sign of our wizened friend? I'm afraid not, my lord. Shall I order that the search perimeter be expanded? Absolutely not. We risk alerting the Gridanians to our presence. His Excellency bid us avoid unnecessary confrontation. Loath though I am to admit it, I have found no evidence to suggest that Ramuh will be gracing the mortal realm in near future. I ask you, what good is a god who does not grant one's wishes? Were I a Sylph, I should strongly consider finding myself another idol. Which reminds me, what of the Sylphs we captured? A handful of them seemed to be reasonably good health when I last looked. Apologies, my lord, I fear we have been overzealous in our efforts to compel them to summon their Acon. Really, Centurion, were you not aware that vegetables bruise easily? It is well that I did not entrust you with the important task of making my dinner. Well, mayhap it was kindness, better dead in truth than dead to one's own god, I suppose, if you believe in such things. Dawn is upon us, make ready to withdraw. So they're scouting out the Twelveswood. Useless. Because they're trying to find the Acon? We are so close to completion I can fair taste it, but at this rate. And also they were inciting the Sylphs to summon Ramuh. No, I must be patient, our efforts will bear fruit in due time. What was it you always said? Ah, yes, though it mean bringing down the very heavens, who shall challenge the limits of possibility if not we? In that alone were you right, Garland. But your star is long fallen, while mine doth begin to rise. And it shall burn so bright that Lord Van Balsa's ultimate weapon will seem a mere candle beside it. Another important part of the story, the ultimate weapon. They're creating the ultimate weapon, are they? Balsa. Those walking ones did for Noxia, this one is certain of it. This one fears that other taken ones also suffered the same fate. Walking ones not to be trusted. Now, Noraxia, do not pass judgment too hastily. Not all walking ones are alike. There are evil ones as well as good. Does Walking One feel unwell? Came to this one's rescue at Norax's bidding, and this one owes Walking One a debt of gratitude. So I was curious if it would teleport me back to Gridania even though I was in Uldar, and it did. Okay, so let's unpack that a little bit. While Heidelin is saying, see evil, she thinks the Ascians are evil. Obviously he called us the bringer of light because we are becoming the warrior of light. I unlocked Pugilist as well this episode, so that's a good step forward. So we'll be able to become a monk if we want to. And obviously we saw the cutscene of the Garleans. This episode is a bit more relevant to the main scenario. We're learning some big things here. And also we learned that the Garleans have an ultimate weapon. Ah, you're back. Tell me the Sylph Elder as well. Thank the gods for that. I don't rightly know what to make of the rest of your tale, but I'm full glad Frixio didn't come to any harm. Ah, but dare I go tempting fate. Run over to Little Solace and secure us peace with the Sylphs before aught else befalls us, eh? Obviously one of the great parts of Final Fantasy is that it lets you play every class. Every job you can play. You don't have to just pick one race class and be stuck with it forever. Although I think it's good to stick to one class to learn the ropes. It can be fun to try other classes, and I'm getting a lot of items that can be used for tanks. If I had a tank class, I could choose this Iron Scale Mail, and I could put it on them. If I had to choose a tank that I like the most, maybe it would be Marauder, which is also called, I think, the Warrior. Okay, I see I've turned into Batman now. Wow, my forehead is just massive. I mean, I look like Megamind. This one is pleased to see you walking on again. Welcome to the home of these ones. We've just been hearing tell of your deeds of daring do, whatever that means. We have 3 main enemies. One is the Ascians, another one is, which is the robed people, another one is the Garleans, and the third one is the Primals, I think. This one sees, so walking one of Gridania are fearful of Lord Ramu. Lord Ramu was summoned, and all those ones who took part became touched ones, because the Primals have the power to enslave you. The Primals can turn you... This must be Ramu. The Primals have the power to make you loyal to them. These ones want so desperately to turn touched ones back to normal ones, but do not know how, and still do not know how. Touched ones, meanwhile, want to turn these ones into touched ones, and did know how, so this one fled to Little Solace, with all those ones who did not wish to be bound to Lord Ramu. But walking ones of Gridania need not fear touched ones or Lord Ramu. Lord Ramu is not callous and cruel. So long as walking ones do not trespass on these ones' ancestral homeland, they will not suffer thunderous judgment. This one is yet to give one a token of appreciation. Oh, that's a big step. How many of those have we got now? We've got a bunch of crystals. It's about to show us something. How many crystals do we have? Oh. I think the 1, 2, 3. 3 crystals and 3 more to go. I think the crystals make us more powerful. We want to do the Archer job quest before we finish the stream. So let's do that. So obviously, our importance as the Warrior of Light is becoming more and more clear. I'm fighting her, am I? Okay. It's so simple. You have opened your eyes and looked beyond your master's faults. You've accepted their teachings and taken them to heart. Even Sylphs, for all his bigotry, wishes only to preserve his traditions. I lost sight of everyone else's struggles and became obsessed with mine own. Maybe next episode we'll explore some of these blue quests. Maybe get into crafting and gathering soon, since that's a very fun part of this game. Welcome home, Freedom. You need not say a word. One look at Leia's eyes was enough. Thank you for returning her to us. When we focus on a single goal and pursue it with passion and fervor, it becomes easy to lose sight of what else lies before us. And equip it. Oh, I look pretty cool. I look pretty... fancy. Okay, so now... Yes, this is... No, this isn't the job quest yet, to become a bard. But we're getting there. Thank you very much for watching episode 13 of my full playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. I hope it was relaxing. We'll go through the main scenario quest a little bit quicker. Hope to see you in the next episode. Bye bye!